3, 2, 1. Sarah, Olympics has come and gone, a great celebration of sport. Now and again you've seen athletes getting injuries. Are they all preventable?
No, an injury is never 100% preventable, but there are things that can be done to try and minimise the risk. Whether you're just starting sport for the first time, an amateur athlete or an elite athlete, there's things that you can do that can reduce your risk of injury.
For example?
Well, one of the main things obviously is to make sure you're doing a suitable warm-up, cool-down exercises before and after. So basic stretches, light mobility, maybe a little bit of like cardiovascular work to warm yourself up, so a 5-10 minute little jog, brisk walk, a little bit on the bike. And the same again when you've finished your exercise. So you're stretching, you're cooling down, so you're preparing the body for what you're about to put it through and then allowing it to recover after.
Here at your clinic in Stanford-le-H, what are the common ailments and injuries that people are coming in with?
Lots of different things. Muscle strains, tears, cartilage injuries to the knee, ligament strains, sometimes back problems as well. So we see a whole range of problems really that are related to sporting injuries. You have
a range of athletes that you sponsor.
Yeah.
Do they only come in when they're injured, or do they only prevent them?
No, prevention is always better than trying to cure a problem, and that's treatment full stop, whether it be sports injury or not related to sport. So the whole point of our sponsorship program for our elite athletes is really to give them the opportunity to keep training at their high levels, keep meeting their PBs, and by having regular treatment, whether they be injured or not, it just keeps the body in good condition for them to carry on with their high level of training.
But you can't rush back, can you?
You can't rush back, no. And that obviously, when you are dealing with elite athletes, they are quite impatient and want to go back sooner rather than later. But it's really important that you're fully fit before you go back, because the likelihood is you're just going to break down again and you're out for a longer period of time.
Skill is as an osteopath. Can you just explain a little bit about
that? Well, osteopathy looks at the body as a whole. So we're looking at your alignments, how the body moves, how the tissues are there tightness in tissues. A lot of people seem to think that osteopathy is just about bad backs. Yes, we do treat backs mainly, but there's a lot more to it than that. So we do see sort of a lot of sports injuries. We treat people with headaches, migraines, sciatica, tennis elbows, carpal tunnel. We treat women during pregnancy. We even have paediatric osteopaths who actually treat young children right from birth. So it's a real sort of variety of things that we do treat.
Probably a lot of people, as we've found out this week, a lot of people may want to take up a sport.
Yeah.
Is it advisable they have a little bit of a physio check beforehand?
Yes, that's quite a good idea. If you've never done any sport at all to start with, and you're concerned about injury, preventing injury, that's one of the things to do, to come in, maybe to see an osteopath. We can sort of like just check alignment, make sure the tissues are okay, so there's no muscular or joint tightness, looking at your gait to see if there's anything that might predispose you to having an injury. If there are certain things like sports massage might be more than enough just to help initially, and certainly for people who are doing sport more regularly, I would recommend something like sports massage every so often, or a check with the osteopath, just to make sure there's nothing going on that might cause further injury. As I say, prevention is always better than trying to cure a problem after.